Don't worry, everyone. I'm a professional and definitely did not forget to totally click my audio incorrectly. Okay, all set. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to AwJ and Jace, a tabletop interview review show for The Adventures in Thoria, brought to you by the Black Tower Stories. I am, of course, your host, Jace, and with me today, staring in the distance, shooting the resistance, he's a bow master and uses dash to go faster, gets away with the inept because with daggers he's adept, uses steady aim for advantage to hit the vital spot. With a cunning action, he'll manage another cognac shot. With Vulred, you're dead, another arrow in your head. If you'd rather flee instead, you better lose those feet of lead. Because Raab, are you ready? Get that quick wit steady, so you can keep pace with Adjacent with Jace. So, I fixed my thing. I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. I know I definitely fixed my audio. So, you're just gonna stare at me. I mean, I'm pretty sure that. Okay. If I ask you a question, will you respond to me? I have questions. I have lots of questions.
Okay.
Look, if you're gonna be that way, at least, come on, give me something.
What the fuck?
Fine.
I'm so confused right now.
I thought you would only play Vulred when we're playing the game, but no, you're gonna play Vulred here?
I'm so confused right now.
It was a good stare. You had it going for a while. You weren't even blinking.
Yeah, that actually hurt my eyes quite a bit, and I thought I did a really good job not moving my mouth for a while still talking. I thought I did a really great job. Yeah, I'm really good at talking my mouth.
That is pretty good.
I know, you could hear exactly what I was saying.
Totally. Well, thank you everyone for coming in and joining the chat. This is only the second time Raab has been on. I was shocked when I was going through my intro list, and they're like, why is there only one on here? I had to have. Nope. Just the one time, a long time ago. But thank you, everyone, and thank you, Raab, for showing up. How you feel?
By the way, that intro was so great that it just shut down all reaction in me.
Just stonewalled me.
Yeah, it was so good that it just have you ever just experienced bliss and your body just shuts down? That was basically that. So thank you.
I try. I had to do this intro. I made it. It was really big. And I would say it to repeat it to myself, and then the words weren't flowing right, so I had to reduce it and then change words because I was stumbling over them. It's very difficult.
So you're saying you had a version of that was even longer?
It was long. It had bigger words that didn't sound right, and I would stumble over them. But there's always a longer version of these things. They don't get longer. They only get shorter. But thank you everyone in the chat. Spars, you showed up. You didn't miss anything except for my audio being crap again in the beginning, because I did a lot of stuff except for going through my motions of checking that stuff. So you didn't miss much. We will be reviewing not only the last episode, but basically every episode since episode 4. since Raab has not been on since then. So the previous episode titled "If You Can Dodge a War, You Can Dodge a Boulet" is the title, which if you watch the episode you'll understand, because I guess we avoided war. I'm not here. We sure as fuck didn't dodge those bullets though.
Either way, we should still get on like a Navy, or I'm sorry, not Navy, an aircraft carrier, and have a giant mission accomplished sign in the background.
Definitely. Even
like, Eric, work that in.
Find ourselves a nice boat, the large prestidigitation to make it say that, and then we'll ignore the thousands and thousands of lives that we definitely didn't leave somewhere. But thank you again for coming. If you have questions, feel free to filter them in. Raab hasn't been on in a while, so if you have some of those weird questions about how he does what he does, feel free to ask them. I've got quite a few set up for you because it's been a while. So let's jump right into it. How did you enjoy your week off? Because we had that filler arc where you and Ari weren't here. Was it fun? Did you relax? Did you enjoy not having to see me?
You took the words right out of my mouth. It was explicitly taken so I didn't have to look at Jace's face. It was actually my calendar. It said no looking at Jace, and it was scheduled for all day, and it was great.
It was entitled "Awacent with Jace," without Jace, just away.
Non-adjacent Jace.
Just as far away. Every time I hear the word adjacent now, I just...
Yeah, I'll hear that word like at work or something, and it just like ding. It's like a little like
Pavlovian.
Like, a little bell when you walk into the hotel, and you're like ding. That's what happens. But no, the time off was good. Got some relaxation in. Now I'm back to real life and fake D&D life, both.
It's good to play pretend as an adult, everyone. So we do have a question for you. I'll immediately get that from the chat. This one is a question from Vulred. Why did you kill Gorbek's dog?
Wait, I killed his dog?
In the episode before last, it was the wolf that he had finally got to semi-tame, and you went up there and killed it.
Oh, I mean, let's be honest, though. Do we want to try to drag around another NPC?
Well, you think that's why he got the goblin? It's because the dog?
Let's be honest. We let Gorbek kind of run around with some other ideas last episode or the episode before. Killing his dog, cool in my books. But no, really, I forgot that I killed it. Wasn't it already like dying or something?
I had taken some damage, but I mean, you pretty much coup de grace it. But I mean, if you had it, I probably would have killed it.
Okay, good to know we're on the same page.
Like, why I let this giant wolf just potentially eat Gorbek? Okay, I'll kill it. But good thing you did it.
Well, next time he's in sheer peril, I will make sure not to save him just in case he wants to tame whatever beast is attacking him.
He's in the mouth of a giant monster. It's like, are you sure you don't want to keep this one as a pet? Is there some backstory reason why you are being eaten? Should I know that?
Yeah, watch it be like his whole backstory was designed around getting this dog, and I totally punted his opportunity, and now he has to rewrite his character like altogether.
All right, now I have a question for you. It's revolving around a Vulred. We have reached level 3 since the last time you were on here, and I think technically we've reached level 4 since level 2 since the last time you were on here, depending on what episode it was. Don't quite remember that far ago. So you picked your subclass, and as anyone who watched the D&D Beyond add-on, you can see you picked Assassin. Was there a particular reason for your picking of this class, or did it just seem like the easiest choice?
It seemed like, I don't know, it made sense when I went through and read all the viable options, those of which I probably can't remember the other ones I was going to pick, but I narrowed it down to 3 options, and Assassin just kind of seemed like the most fun in terms of battle potential. Now we'll see if that's actually true. Um, Especially since I am, first campaign, relatively new. I have no, like, I can read the words and understand what the words mean, but actually applying that to like an actual session, who knows? I might get into it and be like, this was a terrible mistake. Why did I do this?
Level 15, you're like, wait,
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, and just be like, Eric, can I change my subclass at level 15? Is that allowed? Probably not.
Probably you'd have to have a very good reason and probably bribe them outside of the game for that one.
That's fair.
Options though.
What if you did like a just like a fake session where all you did was like roll for whatever your subclass is? Just like a little one shot where you build a character and you just have to pick whatever subclass pops up.
I mean, it's an option. I mean, that's a good way of practicing, but
yeah, just like random, just like
I think
see what you have to do with this.
A D&D Beyond has an option where you can make a completely random character. Like it'll pick the race, the class, it'll adjust the ability scores in random places for you too. Like you could completely randomize one. I think we had an idea of doing a random character one shot, like what you said. But it was so weird. Some of them come out. You'd have like a 6 as in your wisdom score and be a cleric, so with like a negative modifier. Like it wouldn't roll for it. It would just give a random number.
See, that's kind of cool because, like on a creative level, I'm not really someone who's good at starting from scratch and just like building something. I'm really good just at like seeing things and ideas and like making them better. So the idea of just someone saying, here's a template for a character, figure out a backstory. I'd be like, oh, this person's running from a farmer because he stole barrels of corn during the Depression, and he's trying to get a pair of shoes for his deaf son, or else he's gonna die in a car fire.
See, that's good. Making the backstory is definitely the fun part.
Yeah.
Functionality doesn't matter. The fun parts is playing the character.
Yeah, he has negative wisdom because at one time he touched the oven rack when he was 5 years old and burnt his finger.
Can't feel stuff up his arm.
Yeah, yeah. Even though his mom told him not to,
still did it.
Yeah,
stubborn. He's not very wise.
Always touch the oven rack when you have the opportunity.
We got a couple more questions that have come in for you. Who is your favorite character?
Ooh.
It's player character, not NPC.
Sure.
Because everyone would pick Mizak if we did that, so.
That's true. Oh, that's a tough one because I really do think we all have good qualities. And I would say if I had to pick the most fun, it would have to be Gorbek, just based off of the sheer like chaos. And I like the idea of chaos. I like whenever he just starts kind of going and it's like, oh, what's gonna happen? You have no clue like what's about to pop off. I mean, I just get to be a dick and talk about cognac. Gorbek's like, let's blow up the moon.
It's a very Gorbek plan.
And it's gonna work every time.
Oh no, and I don't think it ever works. He'll just let him try it for a little while until he realizes the ladder will never reach.
Man, but like, they're like, he was so close to this whole like thing working with the suggestion. Like we were right there. It could have gone. Well, it hasn't fully played itself out yet. But knowing that they're searching for us and we're probably gonna get our ass kicked at some point, I can probably say it's a failure. But just like, I don't know, like that felt like that was close.
It was a valiant attempt. The fact that he came back alive was very shocking.
Yeah, choices.
I mean, he is definitely on the high list of potentially dying outside of combat, and he went right into a situation that was very dangerous. It did not involve combat. It's like this is like touching the oven rack. It's just dangerous.
He touched the oven rack. That's what I guess why I like him. Like if there's an oven rack to touch,
he will always touch it.
He will touch it. I'm trying to think who else would touch the oven rack. Gandor wouldn't. Like you wouldn't. Arthur, debatable.
He'll touch it once. He wasn't
it.
paying attention to it.
No, he won't touch it because his mom told him something very wise about not touching the oven
He
rack.
probably touched the oven rack as a child already, so he would know.
Yeah. I don't think Caleb is touching the oven rack. So that's the litmus test right now. It's touching the oven rack.
Like, who would touch the oven rack? Okay, so we got some more questions coming in. I kind of go to mine, but we'll go with someone. I skipped one, but I'll go to it. Have you been using your cocoa butter?
I guess, but like not really, because obviously like I haven't really brought it up. I don't know if it's working. It probably isn't. Right now, I'm just kind of I'm waiting a while. I'm giving it some time to see if it'll work.
So sometimes, and yes.
Yeah, when no one's watching, I'm definitely applying the cocoa butter. But since you bring that up, I've been like racking in my mind every now and then, like, when is this going to come back up? I'm kind of just like not saying anything right now because it seems like there's some other interesting stuff going on. But eventually we're going to have to find out whether that worked. And I don't think it'll be my choice if it worked or not. It probably won't work.
Very, very likely that it won't work. All right, on to some stats. It's been a few weeks since I've updated some stats for some people, and that's what I've done recently. It's probably why I didn't check my audio to make sure it was working correctly. Interesting point about this last 2 weeks since I've updated the main information. Gander has nearly doubled the damage he has dealt in the 2 sessions that I did not update it in comparison to the 14 sessions before that. He has jumped by 51 to plus 49. That's for a total of 100. Right? That's 100.
51 and 49. Yeah, math checks out.
Yep. He has dealt. So there's a bit of a spoiler for you. He has dealt 100 points of damage, but he nearly doubled it in just 2 sessions.
That's a good stat. It's probably the gun. Like that gun's pretty cool. Like I think that's gonna go places. To be honest.
Could also have something to do with the previous session, where I will bring up another stat. Is that in the session before against all the wolves with old Eldritch Cannon on his side, Gander dealt a grand total of 9 points of damage. In the previous session, he dealt 29 points of damage for a total of 49. All right, that doesn't add up right.
9 plus 29.
That's how much he took.
Oh,
my bad. He dealt 40 points in the last session.
Damn.
For a total of 49.
Did he deal it, or did...
He was really on the ball last session. For sure.
He was just a little tired, not super talkative. Just, he was focused on getting that gun ready.
He had one eye open, which is all you need when you're aiming. Just one eye. Straight down there. Not really.
Way better aiming than our goblin friend.
Oh, yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah.
This does bring us to a question that I will skip up to, is if Ziggle and Mizak got into a fight, who would Vulred vote on?
Oh. Mizak. I mean, Ziggle's a pretty cool name. It makes me think of Ziggy Stardust, because David Bowie's pretty awesome, but like, in world, Vulred probably doesn't know about David Bowie. He should, but probably doesn't.
I bet he's definitely a wizard in Eric's world. Somewhere.
I want to see. Yeah, let's. Eric, can you incorporate David Bowie into this campaign? Just a little bit, like tiny reference. That would make Raab feel really happy. Vulred wouldn't know though. But anyways, Ziggle's gonna have to pull some weight. He might have to be put in a sailor outfit before we can really like match his potential.
Oh, we need to just accumulate all kinds of small races. We have a kobold. We have a goblin now. What's another small one? We need it. I don't want to pick halfling because we already have a halfling in the party. I want like a wild one we can adopt.
And we can like get them all dressed up in different like job role outfits, all done by at Rhythmic Studio.
Yeah.
And have like a little fashion show.
We could dress them up as Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
That could be fun. You know what? To be honest, though, I never really watched enough of that show.
Watch Scrooge McDuck. I watched Scrooge McDuck. That was definitely better. Much better show.
Oh yeah, he was rich. Rich people are pretty cool. We like them.
Definitely. Always keep a good rich person around.
I mean, if you weren't a 90s kid or 90s baby and didn't want like a whole vault full of gold to go swimming in, you were probably a laden kid.
Mm-hmm. And 1 second as I try to struggle and take a drink from this thing. This is a poor purchase on my part.
Oh, well, we'll just drink at the same time. Cheers.
Clink.
I'm not gonna lie, I got super worried as I reached this like almost full glass right over my laptop to like tap my webcam. That would have, it just would have like sizzled out, and it would have just been you talking the rest of the time.
Let me check the Discord real quick. Okay, that's fine. Gander says he's got weird static, but oh, I do have a fan on. I could go turn that off, but no, I'll just keep talking. I forgot to turn the fan off, and my mic is very sensitive sometimes, or all the time. I always turn it off during the campaign, but I don't always remember for Adjacent with Jace. But anyway, on to more questions. This one coming in from the chat: having to now wear masks for long periods of time with the pandemic? What is Vulred's advice for keeping that mask nice, fresh, and clean over the course of the day?
Ooh, okay, that's actually a really interesting parallel that I feel really stupid in not noticing, that like there's totally like socioeconomic cultural dynamic of like having to wear a mask in this society currently, and I'm a character masked up. No, forget what I just said. I had totally thought about all of that when building the character. It was totally a plot point, and thank you for bringing it up. But if I would say, if there's some advice, is get just like a teeny bit of like Crisco or some cooking lard and just like slip it right in front of the nose, because like if it starts shaking, especially if you're wearing like a full metal mask, you don't want that sort of just like skin to skin, because that'll just rub your nose off.
I mean, who's to say that Vulred doesn't not have a nose?
That's true. He could actually have another eye, and we just don't know.
And we're going to enter out a contest. Everyone draw what Vulred looks like under his mask.
Yes.
it's just circles. Like, what does he look like? It just,
yeah. No, seriously, that is an insanely awesome idea. Like, please do that.
All the artists start working on what they think he looks like, or what they just hope he looks like.
Someone make like a really like kawaii like anime girl, just like
just the mask, or is the face as well?
Both. Like do the anime version of the mask. That would be really cool. I'm just saying.
Under his mask is a slightly smaller mask.
I like it. I like where you're going. It's actually infinite masks. Those are his health points. Whenever he loses health, he has to take off like a amount of masks.
It's like battle damage in a video game. Like it's just a little bit depletes, and at the end of it, like a luchador or whatever, you have to take off the final mask.
Ooh, that could be fun.
If Vulred were to die, would you want his mask taken off?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I guess the thing is, if I were to die, would I be able to like dictate like what I looked at? Like, let's say I died, right?
Yeah.
And you know, DM's like, all right, they take his mask off. Raab, take it from here. Like, if he did that, sure. Like, if you give me the creative control in that moment to like say what's there, but if it's gonna just be like someone else deciding what he looks like, Nah.
If we just take your mask off, we all react. And then we put it back on and we never talk about it.
Oh yeah. You've seen the movie Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
You know, they open the briefcase and it's always like it's always
just
a
a bright
camera
light.
shot of the briefcase. It's a bright light and everyone's like, oh shit, but you never know it's in the briefcase.
There's a light in the briefcase.
Yes. It's just a light. There's nothing in the briefcase.
Yeah, that'd be pretty. That's a whole lot of options. We prefer you not dying though, so if we could do that one, that'd be great.
I mean, I don't anticipate dying, but like that's not really up to me. So, I mean, you know, if I die, I die.
If I die before I wake, don't take my mask off.
Yeah, actually, if I die, make it like in a way where the mask won't come off. Like, oh no, Vulred got sprayed with like a shit ton of Gorilla Glue at like such an awkward angle that it just like went up his face and in between his mask, and we can't pull it off. Oh no.
So Baron Zemo from Marvel. Like
sure.
He's got his mask is glued like onto his face.
Oh. Yes, let's do that.
I mean, if you go by the stats, you've only taken 20 points of damage total. You're pretty good on that one.
Okay, well then let me, before you ask, I want to, if you have the stats pulled up, I want to just take a stats guess.
All right. What you got?
Okay.
Keep in mind, I don't keep track of everything, but I do keep track of stuff.
Okay, so I'm curious overall damage taken. Like if I were to try to rank that, would you be able to like...
Yeah, I have it updated up to episode 11, so there's a section beforehand, but I mean, I haven't updated it, so it'd be somewhat accurate. I can give you a good guess about how accurate it is.
Okay, well how about this? Let's just do top half, bottom half, right? So like top half is who's taken the least damage. Or wait, or should bottom half be top? If we're doing damage, top half is most damage. So most damage, I'm gonna say it's Gorbek, Kalem. I'm gonna say Azal, and then Arthur, myself, and Gandor have taken the least. Am I right?
Let me do the math here.
Oh, just made you do math.
Kalem. It's because of Kalem. He recently got jumped quite a bit, but from what I see, Gorbek is definitely correct. As in the last two sessions, he's taken like 60-something points of damage added on to the damage he has already taken. So he's reached 100 points of damage already as taken. He's all with that last bit of 20. Yeah, I will have taken the third most. Gander jumped past you because Gander, from what I had taken note, had taken like 0. But yeah, your top half, bottom half is correct. Gorbek is definitely a good guess for the top as well.
When it's right, it's right.
Now I will have to update it for those 10 episodes I'm not accounting for, but that'll be pretty accurate to that point. Since we're on stats, would you like to take a guess of and rank the top half, bottom half of damage dealt? Because this one is updated.
I think you and me are in top half. After that, I think it's Arthur. I think it's you, me, and Arthur.
That is correct. Us three are in the top 3. Would you like to take a guess at what order? Because one of them is a lot closer than you would think.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. To be honest, I think you're going to be number 1. I'm going to say Arthur's actually number 2, and I'm 3, but Arthur's just barely beating me.
The chat, Ari is like, well, we all know how much Jace wants to say how much damage he's done, which is true. It's one reason why I don't keep track of stats for everyone. It's mostly for me, and then for everyone. But that is correct. Izal is in number 1. Second place, however, is Vulred.
Okay.
But the gap, if I do the math real quick, between Vulred and Arthur is only about 40 points.
Well, how much total damage is that? 40 points out of like, what are we talking?
40, well, okay, what the total number, Izal has dealt 319 points of damage, Vulred has dealt 235, Arthur has dealt 192.
Okay, so that's roughly like 20% difference.
43 points. So yeah.
Okay. That maybe it's not closer than I thought, because I thought he was actually over me at this point, because Arthur's definitely got some damage in recent.
Let's see if I look at my log. Because he does a lot in the previous 2 battles, though. He has rolled like shit. We're talking like 6 is the most he was dealing for a lot of it.
And see, maybe that's just my perception of, I started off pretty hot, and I've had a couple where I don't think I've completely just shit the bed in a single battle, but I've definitely had some clunkers here and there. So yeah.
You get really good crits when Calum puts people to sleep.
That's true. Calum with the whole sleep thing, that's pretty clutch.
You sleep farm. That's what you do. I didn't keep track, but like if you factored in how many crits that you've gotten off of that, because they're not natural 20, so I didn't keep track of them. But we know Arthur would definitely be ahead of you because of that.
Nice. I guess I'm just selfish and want to kill things, which is probably why I killed Gorbek's dog. I mean, it was asking to be killed.
Free kills.
Right?
Definitely free kills. Let's go on to another question here. Do you always have the same kind of mask, or do you swap them around every so often? Is there a Plague Doctor mask?
So right now, this is mask Rev 1. I've thought about maybe we should be more fashionable, have some different mask options. But there's also some staying power with like keeping the brand just aligned on like a singular vision. So I think for the near future, that we're probably going to stick with the same mask. Maybe like if we reach like a sort of holiday sort of like session. I mean, I don't know if there's like Christmas in this world or Thanksgiving. Maybe we could like dip our toe into some sort of festive party wear. Or maybe, if it's like Pride season, we can just put some like rainbow little like decals on like one of the cheeks, something, that retains the image.
It's mostly white or a plain blank slate, so you can color that all kinds of ways.
Camo. Do you like a camo overlay? That would be pretty cool.
Get a blank Vulred mask picture for everyone to color their own way. It's another thing. Look, all kinds of art ideas with Vulred. He's so mysterious.
That's true.
Pretty sure there's an unpainted version of the Vulred picture that we could just blow up the mask. Spar said earlier, what was it? Hold sleep until after Izal's turn. It's like, damn, I'll get any crits. Fine.
Yeah, I need to remember this so I can like keep cop blocking everyone from getting crits. Now, I would never have done it, but now that you brought it up, I'm just gonna be that asshole. Like, I'll just get the crits. It's all cool.
I love Spar said again, the mask will match whatever Raab's shirt design is for the stream.
Okay, that's cool. I like that idea. What about until I get to a point where my shirt is actually a like collage of his face?
It's a mosaic.
Face. It's a mosaic. I've thought about it. I just haven't put the effort into doing that yet.
No one has time for this type of stuff. We just wing it as we go anyway.
Yeah.
Another question for you. With Gorbek had said last set adjacent with Jace that he was going to try and convince you to leave with him in the middle of the night to go to the encampment. What would Vulred have done? Would he have gone with him?
Honestly, I don't know that. I would say that's actually like kind of a 50-50. It depends if Vulred was like super bored, which he probably was in that moment. Yeah, probably. I did seriously like when he like brought that up. I was like, ooh, do I do this? Like, is this a little side mission quest? So like, I don't know which option. I probably would have just lamed out and been like, that's effort. No, but like every now and then, I think Volred's like just ready to make like, I'm not gonna say like a terrible choice, but like maybe some bad choices here and there.
It's just you're one glass of cognac away from making a terrible decision. I want to change my whole life.
The whole thing is he at this point I think he's kind of bored, but it just doesn't have any like. It's sort of like a weird cross section of like boredom, laziness, and alcoholism, which
it's a good mix.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's why you drink, because you're bored. Not due to like the mental illness,
crippling depression.
Yeah, definitely not that. Possible mental illness, we're not sure.
I'm just bored.
Yeah, he's just bored. That's why he keeps calling Gorbeck the entertainment.
Speaking of which, drink. This is a bad cup because it's square. This thing's square, and there's a lip on the inside of it. So the fucking thing like cascades over.
Well, can't you just like drink at the corner?
It looks weird though. You gotta.
Well, just try it. That looks cool.
My hand's like right here though.
Well, that just sounds like laziness. Try harder.
I quit.
Drink better.
Drink faster and don't care. Okay, way to go, me. I have another stat I had set up for this one. I had mentioned before that Gander had nearly doubled his damage in the last two sessions, where Caleb actually has. In the previous sessions, he has dealt 25 points of damage total. In the last two, he has dealt 26 points and has doubled his damage in a single 2 combats. Actually, a lot of people have nearly doubled their damage in those last couple of sessions. Just mostly because of the amount of combat I guess we've had. I mean, Caleb's still only sitting at 51 in comparison to, say, you or me or Arthur. But he does sleep.
Are you enjoying the amount of combat?
I mean, I'm enjoying it the last couple ones because I've been getting attacked a lot more, which is the whole point of the character. Like, I want to. So when I got hit for 41 points of damage, like, awesome, great. That's me getting hit and not someone else.
Fair. See, I like the combat, but I also know that like I haven't had to deal with dying yet or having a character die. So I feel like I'm gonna be the like, yeah, let's fucking go combat, and then I'll die and I'll be like, fuck this, like I'm out.
Other question: what spell deals damage from spars? The only spell that he does that does damage is the Mind Sliver. I don't think he has a single other damaging spell. But I almost got sleep damage over 100, I believe, is what I had said before. So sleep's doing a lot. Like, as far as combat goes, like if someone else got hit with 41 points of damage, they'd be dead in one shot.
True.
So it's always good.
That'd be tragic. Let's not die.
Getting being at max health and then getting one-shotted, that would suck. Luckily I had resistance. Like, I would have been able, if I wasn't raging, I still would have survived because my temporary hit points put me at 45 points. So I would have still been alive, but boy, would I have been panicking.
Yeah, that'd be in a bad situation. Let's not do the whole death thing. Can we just agree right now that even if Eric tries, we're just gonna say no?
We're gonna ignore it. Like, oh man, what a shame that attack completely missed me when I was at 2 hit points.
I shouldn't have said that because now I feel like he's gonna try even harder.
It's a safe space. We can say all kinds of shit about Eric all we want. So, in your experience, have you been enjoying how Eric's DMing? Is there things that you wish he would change, or things that you wish were different? Or is it the same question but different words?
I appreciate it. I like it because it's I kind of know what to expect in a way. Like, he definitely throws some like flavor and stuff into like what's going on, but there's still sort of, I feel like there's a kind of a pace, let's call it, of like how he goes and operates. And I don't know, does that make sense? There's just sort of like a rhythm at which this goes. And I feel like I kind of, while I may not know what's gonna happen, it just like makes sense.
It's good. I mean, you're getting a feel for it, for the way like the DM's gonna do. That'll help you not make a decision that will get completely ignored. It's like, I'm gonna do this. Clearly, he's wanting you to try something different, or he has an idea in mind, and your idea is completely batshit crazy. Where if you're Gorbeck, you'll do it anyway, and then you complain when the plan doesn't work at all. But
yeah, I think like as I mean, what is it? The quote, tactical stupidity must be punished.
Yes, I do believe that is the word.
That's the quote, and that's one of those things. Like, I like knowing up front when people are just like, listen, if you fuck up, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. Fair, cool, I believe it, and done. Like, I'm cool with that.
There's plenty of times in Eric's combats though where he will, let's say, be mean.
True, because so far I do not feel like I've been targeted. I feel like there's certain characters that just happen to get ambushed, and I don't know if that's by chance or just like let's pick on someone.
I mean, if it happens a few more times, you could probably guess.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name names.
I will. Caleb. Which
Oh damn.
We're in a safe space. We can say all kinds of stuff. We're in a clearly Eric might have something out for Omik because, I mean, Kilmo, just because the amount of experience he has playing with him, you rarely get the opportunity to take Kilmo's characters down because they're just so, what's the word? Min-maxed, OP, well-designed, single-focused, glass cannon.
I feel like Eric probably wakes up in the morning, you know, goes to the bathroom, starts doing his daily routine, and then like at some point, like looking in the mirror, he just like kind of looks at it and is just like, I'm gonna try to fuck up Kalen this week.
Very accurate.
And then moves on to brushing his teeth and, you know, finishes out the day.
Like, Rakshasas. Yes, heard it. Thank you, Britmix Studios, for your amazingly fast work. As if you take a look at this lovely lover, we have the face reveal for Vulred. Handsome Squidward reveal. Like, look at that flowing hair. That's majestic. Thank you. Thank you, Britmix. That's so good.
I'm like legit trying not to cry right now. Like I just want to laugh cry at that so hard.
Oh man, that's very good. It still has the stowed stare as well. It's like just staring forward. No changing. Oh, okay, let's transition that away. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually get a cardboard cutout of that and just like plop it in front of the camera and just like walk away.
It's like, oh, it looks just like Handsome Squidward.
Yeah, who's that? Oh, it's just Vulred.
That's Vulred. We're used to it. Oh, I lost my train of thought. I'm sure there was questions. Let me scroll up. Okay, let's go. A question for both. So, how did you enjoy the encounter with the Belay?
I'll let you go first.
We kind of teamed off against it. That was pretty fun because rarely do I get to go anywhere above 10 in the initiative order. That was pretty fun for me. So the fact that like you go, let me go, cool, I'm gonna go hit it, and then you get a shot at it. That was fun. I like the co-op. There's not a lot that we get to do as melee characters. Like I swing an axe twice, you shoot a bow once, or you go up to.
Or I mix with daggers.
Miss with the old rapier dagger. You kind of randomly flail at it because you rolled double 10s again. I didn't keep the track of that stat, but man, you roll 10 a lot when you're dual wielding.
Man, if only I could roll if I were like IRL, like at the craps table, and like getting D&D rolls.
Hell yeah.
No 7s or 11s, just
no 7-11 here.
Nope.
But I enjoyed it. Like I got to kill one of them. That was fun. I got to take a good hit from it. That was mostly fun, and yeah, that was pretty fun for me.
It was a good time. I got to stand around. The last couple battles, I've been like, oh yeah, I like this two-handed fighting thing, and I just like want to go in there and just like, melee it up. But after kind of not landing a lot in the last couple of fights, I was like, nah, I'll just stand over here with this like bow and arrow. Like, this is fine. But let's not try to reinvent the wheel.
As my intro did state, you do have the cunning action steady aim. So if you choose just to stay in one place that turn, you can give yourself advantage.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's because sometimes I don't read well.
Yeah, I'm trying not to remind people of stuff constantly during the game, because
that's fair. You don't want to, but you know what? You don't have to say it. You could always just like
type it. Yeah. The chat, I guess, could also say it, but we don't. We say we don't look at the chat during the game, but we kind of do.
That's true. I mean, the chat's fun. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Good job.
Especially
you're the real MVP.
Definitely. Especially, we got a new follow today. That was pretty cool. Like when we were doing the intro, that was pretty fun. All the subscribers who came back, those are good. But so when that second boule showed up, and it was fairly close to you, what was your thought process on that?
I was surprised it wasn't just like popping up on top of Calum. So the fact that it wasn't, I was like, oh, this is fine.
It immediately bum rushed another group of people, so it was not like you were at threat of getting hit by it.
Yeah, kind of at this point, I'm like, when something pops up, to be honest, I was actually kind of surprised when the second one popped up. I was legit not expecting that, but when it did, it was just sort of like, all right, we're here. Cool. We're all alive. It's just a second one. What is it going to do? Kill us?
29 points of damage to Gander.
But did you die?
He was very close, but no, yes, you were correct.
Exactly. He didn't die. No death.
I mean, let's see. We could always, adopt the smaller boule. You just have that in the party too.
Oh, yeah. What if, like, we just adopt some, like, relative of everything we kill?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
How did you like Bevo's song?
Ooh, solid. Anytime that there's a Bevo song, part of me just, like, shuts my mind off and lets the emotions take over. So I just like feel it, just kind of like get into it. It was good. It was a jam. It should be on Spotify right now, and if it isn't, then we might be slacking a little bit.
It's a collection of all of his greatest hits.
Yeah. Brittany, are you good at like music production too? Has Brit mix studio, like, DJ? No.
In her studio that she's got someone else working on that probably.
Yeah. Audio engineers, hit us up.
Uh-oh. I think that's Eric.
What's Calvin Harris doing these days?
Not watching this, that's for sure. Okay, on to another tidbit here. I was going to say what this is called, but we're going to go with bed, wed, and behead because it's a little bit safer. So in this one, we will go over 3 NPCs that you would either, F, or F. Bed, wed, behead. So between Mizak, Theofrick, and Captain Silverleaf, who would you bed, wed, and or behead? Oh, and or behead. It's just and.
Okay. I feel like I have to write this down because I'll actually.
Theofrick.
Okay. Ooh.
I know my answer.
Okay, so I don't know. So like, I don't want to like fuck or marry. So I don't want to kill Mizak, right? Like Mizak's awesome. I love Mizak. So like, that's kind of a weird like proposition because then I'd have to like marry Mizak or bed Mizak, and I'm not really feeling that. Theofrick, okay, so there's definitely some lust in the party with Theofrick. The question is, if I like bed or wed, like is someone gonna try to kill me to like take me out? Because like
I did say mean things to Gander though.
Yeah, like I think you'd come for that spot though. But like, okay, so back to Mizak. I want to kill him, but like, just everyone's shit wrong. So.
One of these things is not like the other.
Okay, I have to kill Mizak. Beheaded. I'm sorry, Mizak. I love you, but like those options are just not gonna work. So, can Theofrick like bed? Like, what's the deal? Like, what's the whole religious stance there? Like,
hey, I mean, religion's free. You can do all kinds of things. He's not someone like, that big. Clearly, can't tie like, that guy down. You can try.
Like, are they like Catholics? Because like Catholics can't really do that.
Yeah, you get married. All you gotta do is get married.
But he isn't like an acolyte, kind of like a priest sort of thing.
I'm an acolyte. He's all an acolyte.
Okay.
He's all with
acolyte. No. Okay.
Maybe let's see. You ask he's all that, and he's all like, "Yep, you got to be an acolyte in order to bed him."
I got it. Okay. I had to think about Silverleaf to really like wrap this up with a bow. You bed Silverleaf because everyone likes a daddy, and you don't want to marry the crippling alcoholic. So Theofrick, you marry, you fuck Silverleaf, you get some good rides out of that boat, and you just kill Mizak.
He's all completely agrees with this setup. Like,
yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone does different, like, your priorities.
Theofrick definitely marriage material too, especially out of them.
I mean, that seems like someone who would support you well. Like, what's Mizak gonna do? Steal some food at a bar to support you?
I don't even know how old Mizak is. He's probably like 7 in Kobold, which is like 40 for us, but still like 7.
Yeah, like, do we even have like a good age of consent comparison?
That's weird in fantasy terms because elves get like thousands of years old and shit, and dwarves aren't like mature until they're in their 40s.
That's some dwarfs are very similar to humans.
Some just never mature.
That's true.
We are nearing the end of the stream, so we have the question from one of our lovely moderators: is can you roll a D percentile for the chat?
Ooh. Okay.
That's a D100.
Yep. Luckily, as a prepared person that I am, I do have my D&D Beyond. So let me pretend like I actually got some like dice in my hands. Like you can hear them shaking in my hand.
Don't do that at the camera. Don't do that at the camera.
Sorry. Sorry. My bad. 35.
35. Woo. You still haven't gotten a 69 or 22. That's upsetting.
I know. I really wanted to get a 69.
I was hoping.
Oh well. Maybe I'll get one in real life.
Damn. All right, so it is the final question of the chat. So, if you were to vote for who were to die first, who would you vote for? Aside from Vulred, of course.
I feel like this question's like a setup. If I can't pick myself, I'm gonna pick Gorbek, because you should want the things that you like a lot in life to just die. Just get it over with quick.
You would kill you would have the entertainment die.
I mean, Vulred's acted like he's killed the entertainment before.
I've killed for less.
Yeah. What? How about this? What if we all got hit by a meteor at the same time except for me, and we all technically died in like different microseconds, but the end result is we all died. But just like Gorbek died first.
We would all, in the afterlife, vote and just say Gorbek definitely died first.
If everyone died, I would need just like a solo session just with me and Eric, so I could just like...
Now on with the plan. I just need you to hold that for like 17 hours.
About like 4 hours.
Well, just hold that for a while, and thank you everyone for coming back for the Jason with Jace. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. If you haven't already, follow us on our Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and all the other stuff. No one can see your hand, Raab, because I have dastardly foiled them. Oh, now they can see your hand. Thank you for coming. Hopefully it won't take 3 months or so for you to get back on. They could clearly see you. Yeah, the illusion was broken. The minor illusion doesn't require a movement. The VOD for this episode will be live on YouTube on Saturday around 12 o'clock. The VOD for the previous episode from Tuesday is live already. So, any final statements, Vulred/Raab?
I did, for the first time, I actually did look at the chat feed, and it's because most of the time it's been blurring all night, and I see the DM somewhat threatening me, and
I remember.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I like a good threat.
Eric's all threat, and that's about it. But thank you, everyone. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the
subscriptions.
Thank you for the cheers. And everyone, like always, we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Put Squidward back.
Hold on. Let me put Squidward back on.
Put Squidward back.
I had to switch my thing because I didn't have it available.
Sorry. I put you on the spot. There we go. Look at that sexy beast.
All right. Handsome Squidward, handsome Vulred bids you all a fair evening and see you next Tuesday. Thank you for the subscription. And bye.
Walking hand in hand on the ocean floor, down deep we wander. Louder we sing, no there is no cure in this together. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. Everything about you is so one, really won't be pretty when it ends. Now how could I leave with your sweet love on me? Yeah, yeah. Something about you always makes it harder. When you got my lipstick on your white shirt collar.